down! What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso, and welcome to today's video. Holy shit, we have a lot to cover. And this might be the greatest trailer that I have ever seen for a zombies map, and in fact, it is 6 minutes long. That's how freaking epic it is. It was dropped today at the Call of Duty Esports Championships at the end of the event. Now, you guessed it, we are going to go full in depth on this trailer. Now, I think we can all safely say that we can skip ahead a couple minutes because the first few minutes is the Treyarch development team just scouting out Alcatraz, showing footage they got from the prison itself, and just explaining how eerie of a place it is and how perfect of a zombie setting that it also is. And this I completely 100% agree with. Alcatraz is known as the most vicious prison in the world, and how perfect is it that we have a horde of undead zombies trying to kill our four main characters. And I lied. Before we skip too far ahead, let's take a look here at these couple frames in which they show some layout of the map itself. It's very creepy, very ghoulish, with dead bodies hanging everywhere, close quarters. It looks to me like this is going to be a great map. And let me tell you guys, I just spent the last hour writing down notes of things that I saw during the trailer itself, and holy crap, do we have a lot to cover. So buckle up, don't go anywhere, we're gonna get right into this. First things that I noticed was right at this first gameplay sequence, you see 3 long hallways and one that has a balcony on both sides, so it leads me to believe maybe there's 2 levels, maybe zombies will jump down in front of you. I don't know, but the first thing that I noticed is the HUD display is changed. It reminisces the World War II days, and it looks like World at War. Am I seeing some throwback resemblance? Very nice, Treyarch, very nice. And look right above the compass rose, you'll see something that they hint at later as it's called the Afterlife, and it looks to be like something you get multiple times, maybe. Fast forward a bit past this next guy speaking, and you find us at the docks. And now our player here, Finn, he has what is called the Tommy gun, and it is confirmed that the Thompson is back in Black Ops 2. So again, we're reminiscing the Prohibition era days and the World War II/30s mobster era. And the thing that strikes me the most out of this is that the power-ups gravitate actually to our character Finn. The very next panel, you're running away from some zombies, and some things strike me extremely here. They just catch my attention extremely right here, and the reason being is, look up at the top left, you see something, it looks like a lasso maybe, but something that I was speculating on. Later on they show you some diaries here, it's actually coming up, but the lasso, could it be a chain belt or like an engine belt for this plane that they are trying to build to get off of Alcatraz? To me, I think this is an Easter egg component, because obviously you want them to build this plane, and something that is of a bigger portion of just surviving has often played in to the Easter egg rounds. And here's something that I actually did not catch the first time, but while watching it back again, right next to here on this frame, right next to the 11, you see another icon. It's something that was dropped on the ground by, I'm guessing, our player needing to be revived. And I think this is yet again another Easter egg component, because in the diaries that they show you here in a couple seconds, there is another piece that looks exactly like this. And something else that pointed out to me, it's just so apparent, is that the Afterlife icon you'll see is for a player that is not where he is. He's in a different spot from where he's downed. And also another thing that is just awesome to me is they're adding more map components in to help escape and divert players to various points of the maps, because the Shangri-La carts, they are returning as you see them jump in here. And here now I think that we have our loading screen. I'm not entirely sure on this, but this looks like something that Treyarch has done in the past, where it's a notebook of a diary, and it's just got writing everywhere, and it's kind of like a loading screen. But I deciphered some of the tougher quotations here, and then some of the easier ones too. The escape plan, it's step 1, find the Warden's key, get out of the plane, get the plane parts, build the plane on the roof, and get the hell off the island. I think that is the main goal of this Easter egg here. Find the portals. What does that mean? Does it mean that you can find hidden items? Does it mean maybe they're hinting at the supernatural powers obviously believed to be in Alcatraz? I don't know. That's something that I think they're going to play with a lot here towards the Easter egg. The afterlife symbol, this symbol I can't get out of my head. Afterlife equals power. Does that mean that afterlife players get in any hidden powers? And I think that it does, because later on in this trailer you will see that there is some sort of shock effect that our player in Afterlife that we're spectating does. I'm not sure what I saw. Some things are best kept to myself. Right down at the bottom of the right page, that's it. Could that be something towards the ghoulish ghost boss, or something towards the Easter egg? I don't know entirely yet, but that's something that is going to play definitely a role in it. This one's different. It's like a moaning scarecrow, and there's more of him. The sketch to me looks like the boss zombie in this that will come and smash down your stuff. It'll shut down the power machines. It'll shut down the box. It'll just give you a hell of a time. And to me, that's what I think it looks like. And this zombie, he is reminiscent of George from Call of the Dead back in the original Black Ops. And the final 2 quotes are found at the very left hand of the pages. What about the gate? What about the dock? Guard tower can show us. Are those escape routes for our characters in this Easter egg? Maybe there's hints there of the actual zombie storyline overall that has been dragged out for the past 3 games now. And then there's also a cat has 9 lives, and something that this seems to me maybe is the amount of times that the group collectively can use Afterlife. Maybe it's just the picture itself looks to me like the bluish glow of the Afterlife symbol, and that would be perfect if it was something to do with Afterlife itself and the amount of times being used. No one escapes alive. This next panel is the death penalty, if you guys are not sure what it is, but something that kind of struck me, it looked to me like it didn't mean much that they were showing, but maybe it's a source of power, because if you look, it's the electric chair, and the electric chair consumes a hell of a lot of electricity. So maybe the source of our map's power is per se in here. What do you guys think? Next, we are introduced to our characters. There's Billy Hansen, a psycho. He was employed by the mob to be a killer, to take out those that need to be taken out. Sal DeLuca, he was the mob boss. Finn O'Leary, he's just the average, work your way up to the top story. And then our final, Arthur Arlington, nicknamed Weasel. There's no backstory for him, so to me, I think he's going to be the wild card in the overall story / Easter egg. The next thing that struck me was that all the zombies' eyes are red. This is something that we have not seen commonly in previous Black Ops, but in transit mode, all the zombies' eyes were blue, and now they're all red. Is there some sort of connection there? And in the very next panel, you'll see that the Afterlife symbol is not over the downed player yet again, and this leads me to believe that once you go down, you can activate Afterlife, and then you can assist your team and or just partner in some way, shape, or form in the Afterlife. The team indicator, you also know, is right along the outer edge of the map, and that leads me to believe that not only can you just sit there, but you can walk around and be like an extra life. Traps are back. One of the famous things about the classic World at War maps, such as Shino Numa, maps like this, they're back in the map. They're back in the game. They're back to help you. And then you next see the boss zombie. The boss zombie just chasing after you, trying to just take you out. And it looks to me like he has the characteristics of the George character from Call of the Dead. Reasons being, he looks aggravated, and he's just chasing you around rather than the rest of the group. And then something that actually caught my attention and made me laugh a bit was a hellhound that eats zombies. Is this for once something that the zombies are helping you? It kind of caught my attention. I'm just like, what is going on here? But it looks to me like later on in the trailer, you'll actually see that it looks like they're thrown up into the hellhound's mouth. So it leads me to believe that maybe there's some sort of trap activated that you can throw the zombie up and get just taken out by this hellhound. And we are exclusively given how we start out in Alcatraz here, because they state that you start out in Afterlife, and this leads me to believe that it's something like Moon in Area 51, because you start out in a different location, and then you move up, and something like Area 51 and Moon, whenever you get to the space station on the Moon, you have to find oxygen or you die. And if you notice the Afterlife meter in this clip here, it starts to drain slowly, which confirms my theory that you need to find your body before time runs out, or else you're done. And then here we also see that the Afterlife shock mode. You can attack the zombies around you in a shock of electricity, it seems. And as you see here, your meter is still going down, but I'm not sure if it's just my eyes playing tricks on me, but it looks to me like the meter goes down more after this guy shocks the zombies. And does that mean that you can still attack people, but you're only limited to what your meter will give you? Because if you exasperate the Afterlife meter, then it looks to me like it's game over for you. And Afterlife, I swear, is going to be a big key in this map and in the Easter eggs, because you see yourself roaming around and you find stuff that you don't normally see and that you can just enter into and check out. Right after this scene, we get to see the two main traps that they show off, and it is the acid trap and the fan trap. The acid trap, it looks to me like you just activate it and it sprays as an area of zombies and just disintegrates them. And then the fan trap, it looks like to me you're just cornered in this area. I don't know if there's any other way out, because they don't show the other point of view from his behind, but they're just there, just slicing and dicing these zombies, taking care of them. Directly after this, we get some information on our Warden. He likes to collect Civil War memorabilia and guns, and the biggest one that they pointed out was the Blundergat, and that is a combination of a blunderbuss and a Gatling gun. And what's awesome is that developers hint at a better off upgraded wonder weapon.
A blunderbuss and a Gatling gun. And possibly there might be a way of upgrading it to a more fantastical weapon that the players make.
And then you see what may be the upgraded wonder weapon. It shoots a 3-burst blast of acid, just disintegrating and exploding on the zombies. And here we have next is our Warden. I believe, don't quote me on that, but this boss zombie, he follows you around. He closes the mystery box. He locks the perks. He just gives you one hell of a time. And the top key in the corner, you notice in this frame by frame here, leads me to believe that it is maybe a plain ignition key, or maybe it's the Warden's office key, because as you remember, in the diaries, it says to get into the Warden's office and get the supplies. And I thoroughly believe that the Warden is going to be a part of this Easter egg, in which he cries out, "Why do you hurt me?" whenever you kill him.
Now's a good time to pick a fight.
Why do you hurt me?
And so maybe he has something to do with his backstory. Spoiler alert, we have a new perk. It's called Electric Cherry, and what it does is once you reload, it gives off an electric surge charge directly around you. So if you're in a bit of a squeeze, you can reload and the zombies around you will go poof and right into midair and die. And then here finally we see the buildable zombie shield, in which it is the riot shield returning from transit mode, in which you can slap them in the face with them, or that you place it down and they try and destroy, and it acts as a diversion. And I would love to end this on a note from the Treyarch development team. They say that they are here to assist us in the storyline, but also that we're going to have to hunt for some things on our own. So they want us to know what's up. They really do. And that has been my time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for sticking around for this 13-minute video, if you have done so. If you could be so kind as to share this off to your Facebook, Twitter, and or MySpace if you're an OG like that. Remember to follow me on Twitter personally. It is always in the description below. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe for more videos. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I put a lot of time and effort into this, and I want this to be one of the first up on YouTube, because, hey, I want to bring you guys the best content. I want to bring you guys the first in this zombies, and I am so stoked to get on this. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Let's go kill some zombies. Peace.